Do you know how your WCB premium is calculated? It's actually a lot like any other insurance. It's based on a combination of the risk of incurring claims cost and the value of what is insured. The value of what you're insuring is the payroll of your workforce. We define risk as the potential cost of future injuries in a workplace based on the cost of past claims. This includes things like the cost of covering the medical bills of a worker and wage coverage. Your risk is expressed in your WCB rate. Your rate is multiplied by every $100 of payroll to determine your premium. Let's take a closer look at how we assess your risk and set rates, what we call our rate model. The WCB system is based on a blend of collective liability, where everyone pays to cover the costs of injuries among all insured workplaces, and individual liability, where individual firms pay to cover only the costs of injuries in their workplace. First, we assess your risk based on your main business activities. When you registered with the WCB, we looked at your business activities. Then, we put your business into a group of similar businesses. We call this group a classification. Each classification has its own WCB rate based on past claims costs set to cover the injuries that might happen in that group of businesses. Next, we assess your risk based on your business's history. If you have fewer injuries and lower costs than your classification average, you are rewarded with a lower rate. If you have more injuries and higher costs than the average, you are penalized with a higher rate. Now, there is a limit set to rate increases and decreases to ensure that everyone is still paying a fair share of costs and to protect against sharp changes, either up or down, in your WCB rate. There are things you can do to reduce your WCB rate. Reduce injuries and illnesses with a safety and health program. Reduce the cost of injuries with a return to work program. Reduce the cost of injuries in your industry overall by being involved in an industry-based safety program. Industry-based safety programs are funded through a separate levy on WCB premiums within an industry, and the money is used to provide training and consulting that will help prevent workplace injuries and illness within that industry. Lower injury costs means your classification can pay a lower rate, which will lower the rates for all employers in your classification group. Each year, the WCB reviews rates for each classification and each business to make sure there is always enough money to cover everyone. Rates may change from year to year, but it is always based on the cost of injuries at your business and in your industry classification. Just know that if your business is covered by the WCB, when you're hurt at work, we're here to help. To find out more about your rate or how you can lower your rate, visit wcb.mb.ca.